What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, I am Alex. What? Back at it again with another video. If you like the content I'm making, make sure to subscribe and hit a like on that button. But what I am here to talk about today is this whole bonnet and durag conversation because there's a video I watched yesterday or the day before yesterday. Today is Tuesday. Yeah, it was either Monday or Sunday. I watched the video on the Daily Wrap Up crew. We're gonna get to that, but on how they were saying that this young man that this guy on whether it was like this video chatting app, this light skinned guy um saying about how you looking all feminine because he has some like star stuff like for like acne on his face and everything, which I do have a little bit myself, and I've been struggling for acne for a long time. That's not the point. And now he was wearing a bonnet on his head, and like why you got that bonnet on? Like you a young nigga, a YN, but ninja I'll say, and you like we men we supposed to struggle and embrace like being ugly and this and that, agree to disagree. um I personally think if and when a young YN, a young ninja, wants to take care of his hair and take care of his face, he should. But the only thing I disagree with, well, multiple things I disagree with, one of them mostly is that young YN, he should have never came onto social media wearing his bonnet and um, with the stars on his face and everything. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. That's something that guys do on TikTok, Instagram, and many other social media stuff, and female do with the bonnet crew. And honestly, in my opinion, I just think it's unacceptable for anybody to do it, no matter what your gender is. You know. Now, yeah, he was saying how this basically keep saying the N word and how like supposed to embrace being like going through the stage of this and that and much more. I'm getting notifications on my phone. Please excuse me. And God knows for some reason it won't give me problems right now. But also how and if I may just say, even like me, going out taking care of my business, I saw multiple men having like a lot of acne on their face, no matter the nationality or skin tone. Um, at a young 20s age and a late 40s, like 30s going on 40s, while I was waiting in line to get into a building. And if I may ask, do you really think any person, male or female, wants to suffer through acne? I don't think so. And what you said about how men, other men need to be policing men about wearing bonnets out in public, and how that if and when you wear a bonnet, you having the feminine energy, and uh, you you're probably raised by a single mother and all your female relatives are not and everything. Judging when they don't even know his family members or seen any of them, I think that's kind of like crazy, weirding me out, because it's like how you know that if and when this young guy has his family um had mostly females in his family members and not his father. Do I think his own father should have checked him, or uncle, or some male relative should have said, "Hey, don't be going on social media wearing your bonnet and stuff that you trying to take care of your face. Try to do that on your own time, but don't be going on social media like that." But you being an N word of a young ninja and everything, and embrace all that stuff and everything. I don't think personally anybody or any guy should have to embrace the fact of having acne on their face. And I don't think any guy wants to have acne, because back in the early 2000s, I'll say if not from 2006 or 2008, but 2009 and up. I'll say 2006 up to 2009 with Proactive. was out there and trying to help people who were dealing with acne. Nobody wanted to go through that. Hell, even in my times, I'll give you a little short story. Even for me, like my parents, they um, definitely brought me like proactive products so I can help me deal with my acne because I didn't like going through acne and stuff and everything. That and Noah wasn't wearing a bonnet or anything like that, but I dealt with that acne and I didn't like it. I did not like going through acting, but that doesn't mean I'm going on social media, showing myself, having stars on my face or anything. And just because you as a young ninja want to take care of your hair and take care of your face hygiene, that is, in my opinion, I don't think that's feminine. I think that's something that you personally want to do because you want to take care of yourself. I mean, like, far as taking a shower, brushing your teeth. Nobody wants to smell your nasty breath. Respectfully, there is nothing feminine. I don't personally think there's nothing, in my opinion, nothing feminine about a guy wanting to take care of his own hygiene and look good and present himself in a better form for himself and everything. And just because he's wearing the bonnet doesn't mean he was raised by a single mother. Y'all don't know his family members, and I just think that's crazy to say. And also I have some stuff that I've written down and I looked up and I asked some questions about, are bonnets supposed to be worn on in public? And this is what I got. No, bonnets are not only for inside. While they are commonly worn at home to protect hair, they can also be worn outdoors for various reasons, including cultural expression. I don't know respectfully what you're trying to made culturally expressible about wearing a bonnet out in public, but to each his own. Um, as a fashion statement, respectfully, I don't see how wearing a bonnet out in public is a fashion statement, in my opinion. For hair protection from the elements, depending on the style and context. Now, speaking of protection of the elements of hair, air, wind, fire, earth. I feel like I'm doing an Avatar episode. Yes, on the days like this, how it's very sunny and it's very windy. Yeah, some of that dust and some of that other parts might get into your hair. But a few things that you can do: take a shower. Do a little wash up with your hair and everything, and then wrap it up and do what you have to do. But going outside and wearing a bonnet, in my opinion, that just shows that it comes off as you yellow and ratchet. Yeah, I'm judging you. Just like if you would be judging me if I would be going outside not wearing a belt, sagging my pants and everything. What you gonna think that is? Ghetto and ratchet. And just like that's honestly like some early 2090 stuff and everything. And I grew up in that area in the 90s, where you seeing your auntie, your female relatives wearing a hair wrap, and stuff like that. When they going outside, hey, Terrence, get your butt inside. Telling their young ones to come inside or whatever the case it may be. Grandma out there, wear her hair wrapped up and everything. And for me, I thought at some point that stuff would be stopped, but obviously it seems not. It seems people want to like culturally express this and have it be accepted. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, it just shows how lazy you are. And yeah, some people may say like, "Oh, my hair needs to be protected, this and that and everything." Your hair is perfectly fine, out frizzy, and doing the things. And if when some wood, dirt, or other things get in your hair, you can go and take a shower, or just simply do a wash up of your hair and be fine. But wearing your bonnet out in public, male or female, is just something that shouldn't be culturally accepted or accepted at all to be wearing out in public. And continuing, and this stuff I've gotten looked up on Google. Historical use. Throughout history, bonnets have been worn both indoors and outdoors to keep your hair tidy, protected from elements, serve as a marker of social status and cultural identity, which I honestly think it needs to stop. because there is nothing cultural accepting of a person wearing a bonnet or a do rag. If we really want to go there, in which I am going to go there, and I ask the same question: are do rags to be worn out in public? Google says yes, do rags can be worn in public, yet, but their acceptability depends on the specifics, settings, and context, as they are sometimes associated with negative stereotypes and professionalism. And speaking of professionalism, let's keep it a buck. Would you, and this anybody watching, male or female, would you go to an interview wearing a bonnet and wearing a do rag? And if you said yes, you wilding me out. You crazy, and you wearing me out definitely. Because at the end of the day, if the hiring manager sees you wearing a bonnet or a do rag, male or female, they're gonna be like, yeah, this is not a person that I should be hiring, because that stuff can be worn inside and you can't take that stuff off. So it's like, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm sweating over here. And also, while historically they were worn indoors, a combination of Black liberation movement and 90s fashion made them more public. This is very true because, like I said earlier, I was born in the 90s, always seeing whether it's a rapper or anybody wearing a do rag. Hell, even when I went out today, I saw two guys wearing do rags. Do I think that's acceptable? No. Would I do something like that? No. Even when I'll tell you, even when I was younger, and I wanted to get waves or curls, waves for the babes, curls for the girls, type stuff. My dad he helped me try to do that. But one thing he did tell me, I don't want to see you be wearing that out in public. And I'm like, yes, sir. All right, that's cool. I totally understand that, because at the end of the day, it's not something for you to be wearing outside in public. You can wear it, from 6 to 8 hours while you're sleeping or whatever you're doing in the household, but wearing that out in public in a suit or whatever type of professional wear that you're gonna wear, no, no, I do not agree with that. And another reason why I'm making this video, Eli, the first guy that you always see in any of the daily wrap up crew videos, he comes off as a hypocrite. Actually, no, he is a hypocrite, because in another video that I wanted to watch, that was which I will tag down below all the videos that I'm talking about, and the ones that helped me form my opinion, including Sandra Faye. Happy birthday to you. Um, the first thing I see, I see this dude doing, wearing a do rag on social media. So it's just respectfully, how are you going to be over here talking, judging, or having an opinion with you, Ace and Jew, talking about this young man wearing a bonnet on social media and getting checked and having taken off the bonnet and the stars for his own hygiene, but you over here wearing a bonnet on your own platform. You looking ghetto as ratchet as the next person. So it's just like, it's really funny and it's really crazy how you want to check somebody else, but ain't nobody checking you or policing you and what you should be doing and wearing. You always be coming up, showing up in your hair in braids, got a fresh cut and line up and everything. Hey, do you? But don't be out here trying to check nobody else, but somebody need to be checking you, and make sure that you don't be wearing wearing a do rag. Excuse me. And in the first video that I watched discussing about the whole bonnet and everything, people some of those guys said that bonnets are for female use. No, the bonnet is unisex, and both males and females can wear it. And just because you wear a bonnet as a man doesn't mean you have feminine energy, because if it's gonna be like that, we need to give that same energy to Eli, him coming out on his own platform, YouTube channel, wearing a do rag. What, like your parents in your life, like you got some feminine energy going on, but I don't know about your parents' situation, so I ain't even gonna get into that and everything. But at the end of the day, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't be out here trying to correct somebody else. Somebody need to be correcting you, where you shouldn't be wearing wearing a do rag, and just because mostly men wear it, hold hold it right there. Females do also wear do rags, whether it's on social media or out in public. I have seen this before. So at the end of the day, both of those things, the bonnet and a do rag, are for indoor use. And if you can't seem to take care of your hair while inside, then maybe you need to go talk to a stylist or someone about what you need to do for your hair. Because at the end of the day, that is not for inside. That is not for outside use. No matter what anybody says, all about I love myself with inside and this and that and everything. No, stop it. Because at the end of the day, that looks ghetto and it looks wretched. And Eli, you just as ghetto as wretched as the next person that I be seeing out here when I be going out here take care of my business. Y'all see my hair every day when I do post videos on certain subjects and topics. Do you ever see me wearing a bonnet? Do you ever see me wearing a do-rag? No. Because at the end of the day, I have 24 hours in the day. If I take 6, 8, or 12 hours of the day to take care of my own hair before I come onto this platform, that is something that I can do. But I would never want to show myself. Oh God, I'm sweating so much. I would never want to show myself and be prideful of wearing a bonnet nor a do rag. Because at the end of the day, that's not something that you should be showing yourself um, um, on social media nor out in public, because people are going to judge you whether you like it or not. And this is just, it just honestly needs to stop, because at the end of the day, you have enough time in this world to take care of your hair. We have 365 days in a year, including leap year. So what's going on? What are you doing with your time where you can't take care of your hair? It is telling me that you lazy. You was gonna wrap it up, and just because you seen plenty of other men do it before, now it's acceptable and okay for you to do it. No. Also, yeah, that's all that I wrote down. And yes, I did watch Sandra Faye's 2 videos talking about the bonnet, the bonnet fatigue, and her opinion on bonnets part 2 and everything. And yes, I do agree with mostly what she said, because at the end of the day, it shows me that you really don't care about yourself, and really don't want to put in the effort to um do what you need to do to take care of your hair. And honestly, speaking like on when it comes to black females or just females in general that do wear bonnets, it to me it shows me that you don't like your natural hair or you don't want to show it off to people. Like, and we've been having this conversation about natural hair and how women should mostly show that instead of wearing all these weaves, lace fronts, wigs, and much more. And the reason why I know all those terms, because I've been around female relatives and women who talk about those things when they're in um the I can't, like, the fast shop or the place where they're getting the hair. That doesn't mean I'll do it, but I just paid attention to what they were saying, and that's how I know it. That doesn't make me feminine. That doesn't mean I'm sassy or any of that type of stuff. I just know this stuff, and I can look it up using the internet. Oh my god! Wow! But at the end of the day, both the do rag and the bonnets need to stop being worn, because at the end of the day, that shows how lazy as fuck you are, and you're not even willing to put in the effort to do your hair. And Eli, you're a person that, like I said earlier, always got your hair braided and you got line up for it. So what was it in that particular video you covering about the alpha male, and that you needed to wear a do rag? Was your hair not braided? You like gonna go out in the fro? And I don't know what is so wrong with having a fro. A fro is perfectly fine. I've been wearing a fro most of my life. I've worn braids, I'll say once or twice, and that was like in my teens, in my young 20s. But I'm tender headed, so that's why I don't mostly do braids. And my hair grows very fast in 2 weeks. After, if and when I were to get my hair cut, and 2 weeks later, y'all will see a little afro of me forming on my head. Swear. And y'all seen me have my hair cut before, and y'all seen it have an afro. So what's going on? shampoo your hair, condition it, dry it, and then be in your house or at least be outside your door if and when you feel that you need to get some of that natural air that's coming out, or open your windows or something. But wearing do rags and bonnets that are unisex, again, for both genders, you shouldn't be wearing out in public nor on social media, because to another person, whether they're black or another nationality, they're going to judge you for it, whether you like it or not. It's not a public thing to be out here wearing. Because if you were to see an Hispanic person, Asian person, a white person wearing something on their head, all crazy stuff, you're damn sure gonna be judging them. So don't be mad when another person judge you. No matter how many videos y'all make on TikTok, tickety damn top, Instagram, or even on these other social media platforms, YouTube and Rumble, people are gonna judge you and look at you another type of way. Like, yeah, that's that one dude who will be wearing do rags, and that's that one female that always gotta come outside wearing the bonnet. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with with rocking your natural hair. There isn't at all. I've seen men and women wear cornrows since the day I was born, and it's just like that is a way I've always thought people would protect their hair and everything. And as far as like if women are trying to have a certain style with their hair, you can use a thing called hairpins. I've seen plenty of women do that before. You gotta have it in for a certain amount of time, hours or 2 or 3, and then once you came out, once they take it out, their hair is curly or however way they want to. And it's just sad that whether it's myself or anybody is out here walking and thinking that it's acceptable to wear a bonnet. Females out here want to be accepted by men and get in relationships, but do you think a man wants to be with a woman who wears bonnets out in public? Come on, make it make sense, because it's not adding up to me. And for me personally, to give my own opinion, would I ever date a woman who wears a bonnet out in public? If and when you show up on the first date wearing a bonnet, whatever color it is, black, pink, blue, gray, silver, white, and everything, that's gonna be my last day with you. Because in my opinion, you thinking that it's acceptable to going out wearing a bonnet like that? No. I'm glad I got my passport where I can go somewhere else around the world where women who do respect and love their natural hair can rock it without having to the need to have to cover it up or do it for protection and everything. And try and compare a bonnet to a hijab or hair scarf and everything is not the same. Most women who do wear hijabs is probably for religious religions, their culture, or that's just how they rock it and everything. And it looks way more better and different when you wear a hijab or a natural headscarf than this bonnet. Is a bonnet and a do rag is just as ghetto as somebody wearing pajamas or a nightgown to go out, whether it's you going to the store, go shopping, or whatever that is. And Eli and his crew got no reason to be trying to talking about somebody wearing a young YN wearing a bonnet when you over here in your other videos, which is literally the next video after that one, you wearing a do rag. Eli, chill out and just stop talking, because you just must you are coming off as you giving off that hypocritical energy, giving off that hypocrite energy. And I already know people close to me like that. So stop it. But yeah, I just wanted to give my opinion on this whole subject, and hopefully, this doesn't lead into next year, 2026. People still doing this and accepting this, because it's not a style. We need to stop making it a style or cultural appropriation and everything, because there's nothing appropriate about wearing a bonnet or a do rag, whether it's you are handling business or for an interview, which I have tomorrow in the early morning, and I would never be out there going to an interview dressed like that. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll make sure to tag all the videos that I'm talking about, so y'all can form your own opinion. And make sure to hit down below and comment, because I do want to hear from y'all, the people who have subscribed to my channel, and I appreciate y'all, the ones who have been subscribed to my channel and at least been, if not checking out my gaming content, but what I have to say, even though it's not much. But I'll catch y'all next time, and peace and trays. Where squad?